Afternoon, guys. How are you? Well, it's been raining here for the last week straight. Pretty much since last Sunday, it's been raining nonstop. So I came back to the little trail here, the first portion of the trail, and I want to see how different it is compared. I don't have a lot of time here, but I'm just going by, so I figured I'd stop. But I want to see how different it is compared to what it was last weekend at this time. There wasn't much water, but we'll see what it's like today. I'm probably not going to go the whole distance just because really I don't have time to. And I have a half-ass tripod holding this camera up on my rear view mirror right now. Oh my god, there's a freaking pumpkin up in the tree on the left here. So there's a lot of people in here. I don't know how. I'm trying not to hit these bumps too hard, guys, because like I said, I have a very crappy, really cheap tripod around my mirror right now, just holding the phone up. So right off the bat, there's a lot more water because this little hole last weekend was dry. So there's a hell of a lot more water in here than it was last weekend. But I want to go really slow because I don't want the camera to fall out of position, which is what I was getting at. The only crappy thing about this much water, holy crap, is there ever a lot of water in here, is you can't see where all the rocks are sticking out from underneath the water now. But there's a hell of a lot more mud too, so I'm sliding everywhere right now. I even tried to have the camera facing down a little bit so it was more on the actual trail than it is up in the air, but that's as good as I can get it right now. I've been actually screwing it for a few minutes and it just doesn't want to work with me. It doesn't have the twists or the length that my other one did, and I don't even know where my other one is. So I know there's big rocks in here, but I can't see anything. Oh yeah, it just went deep there. So I definitely would not go all the way through like I did last time I went through here. Just with this much water, I can't see anything else, and I'm more used to this first section than I am the other portion of it, so. Yeah, it's really hard to get stuck because there's so much rock underneath the water, or in the bottom of the water. Hear all the sound of my rotors. It's not as deep as I thought it was going to be. Dry here because it's all hill. Lots of water. So I know there's big like slabs of rock sticking out of the ground too, and that's the problem with when you're in the mud. Oh, look at that. A little bit of spinach going there, and there's a lot more mud than there was. Yeah, like there's a big rock sticking out right here, and that's the last thing you want is a big rock taking out your oil pan. Listen to my brakes. This camera's a lot better, I find, recording with when it's actually doesn't have a wiper sitting in front of it. The GoPro's cool because it's very open and everything's out of the way and it's just sitting at the top of the windshield, but I don't find it's even at 60 frames per second, it isn't as clear as this phone is on 60 frames per second. So the other problem with this tripod that I'm using right now too is it's this little SUV doesn't have a lot of neck on the rear view mirror like my Dodge Ram. It's got so much room between the mirror and the windshield, I can just hang it and tighten it right up. Check out this lake. Now, I don't know if you can see all these rocks sticking up in here, but I gotta try to avoid those and straddle them. So I don't know if this rock was here last weekend in the center, but it's a lot deeper here than it was. Well, I didn't hit that one yet. There's another one sticking up in here. And if I go too far to the right, it's actually a huge trench. Thought I was gonna hit that. Oh, just rocks. Yeah, there's a big trench on the right. So if I go too far over, I literally fall down like a foot to the right. See, there's a big rock sitting right in the middle of the path here. I don't remember that even being there last weekend. Oh, it's not a rock, it's a stump, probably from that tree that fell. This is just bedrock. Now, there was a lot of trucks and trailers on my way in here. So there's a lot of four-wheelers in here, probably way back in the woods somewhere. I usually don't see anybody on this main trail. Maybe when I go back out, I'll stop halfway through and do an outside view so you guys can actually see what I'm running through. Well, here's the first section done. And the other one I would not go through today. Not only do I not have a lot of time, I mean, I'll show you what it looks like though when it's got a lot of water in it. Now this first section isn't the one with the culvert. It's the other one after that that has the culvert. I could probably get through here, no problem. I just don't have time to. Not today, I don't anyway. I'd love to, but I don't have the time to. So I'm just gonna turn around here and maybe get out and take a nice big breath of nature. And then I'll head back the other direction. Give me a sec, guys. So yeah, guys, back on the trail here. I just got out to walk around for a sec. Now this might be a little bright since I'm going towards the sun this time. But if there's enough coverage of the trees. Yeah, I can already see it's a little bright on you guys. Sorry about that, but ever bright, eh? It's like a big alleyway right through the trees. The sun shine is just going right through everything. should do is get myself a few more GoPro mounts though, so I can put them in more than one spot on the truck. I don't like this big rock sticking up, and it looks like a sharp one too. And it's right over the center of the truck. For some reason I avoid it though. There's another one here. Can't tell if it's a rock when I first saw it or a turtle sticking it. This truck has a lot more height than I give it credit for, I think even. Oh, listen to those brakes. Here we go. Oh, that tree is still here. Somebody just shoved it off the trail. Forgot I had beer in the back seat of this. When I first moved to this little town, there was a guy who had, I didn't know a lot of people. I had a couple of the main people I knew. Of course, I met their friends and so on and so forth. But when I moved out of the city here, I only knew a couple of people. So this one guy was driving around on an older, like a 90, probably about a 94 or something like that, Dodge Ram, just a sport, you know. It didn't have the back doors or anything, so it was just a two-door one. But I remember there was me, a couple other guys in the bed of the truck, and then I forget who it was in the passenger seat. But anyway, he came flying up this dirt road and right into this trail. And it was only a two-wheel drive the whole way, and he went, and I mean, he was flying when he went through here. He was going so quick, I didn't even know where this trail was until a few years later. But anyway, we went right through everything until we got stuck in the third concession. And I mean, he got stuck. Luckily, I had another buddy that I knew that had a tractor and came and wedged him out. I'll never forget that day. It was a Thanksgiving Sunday too. It was like the Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, I'll never forget. We were just in the box going like fucking everywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a little outside view somewhere around here, but I don't know how I would do that. I guess I could try it, but give me a sec, guys. I'll try something. Well, guys, I got a spot. I have to walk back, but it'll work. Well, that was probably dumb and pointless, but anyway. Yeah, this tripod really sucks. Yeah, it's quite the trail. She's smoking now. I love this trail. It's only like 10 minutes from my house. Nice little trail. I really don't like this tripod. It's very cheap. Still smoking. Yeah, guys, this is a decent little truck. It runs pretty good for what it is. Hey, this one's pretty deep, but see, there's a rock sticking out right at the end there. And right in the center, it's pretty deep. Anyways, guys, look at this thing smoking. I'm gonna end it here and head home. It was just a little bit of a random off-road adventure. It wasn't planned. I just thought since I was close, I would stop and play around a little bit. So, thanks for watching. Hope you like it. I know it was kind of messed up a little bit, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching.